Subscribe and join our stinking team. Here's the man of the hour, the one that never takes a shower, Stinkpot!
Hey everybody, it is so great to be back here in Art of Conquest. This is our Return to Nore video. Now, almost a year ago, I quit this game because Nore was insanely expensive. I was spending anywhere from $30 to $50 a month, and I just had enough. So, as the months have crept on here in 2019, I've slowly been getting the urge just to come back to see how things have changed. So let's dive right back in. Now, I was in a house before I quit playing, and that house is amazingly still doing well on this server. So I can't pick a kingdom with a highest national power. I also am going to get a warning if I try to join a kingdom that doesn't belong to my house. So I'm going to stick with my house, stay in Purple Ikarum, and let's see how things have changed since May of last year. Come take a drink. Welcome back, Mighty Commander. News of your return will soon reach your old enemies and allies. It's time to get back into the fight. Back in Nore finally. It's good to be back. Let's see what's changed since our last visit. Here it is, the Sylvani race. I remember when this was teased last year and it was a no-show. Good to see it here in 2019. One thing about being a returning player is if you had patron status, you still get to collect the Nore that you had when you left the game. So that is why I'm cashing in all this Nore now. Man, it sure did add up. Same thing goes for the free chest. Oh, look at these rewards. Lifetime activation. This is brand new. This was not in game last time I played. So instead of a subscription, maybe you can do a lifetime activation, which gives you 50 Nore per day, active auto loot for pillaging and escorts. Wow, so many benefits from being a lifetime patron, but we are not going to get in the habit of spending money right off the bat. So let's see how we can do playing this game without spending $1. This is the part of the game I do not miss. Unfortunately, every time you do a server merge, all the territories are undiscovered and you have to go around and rediscover them all again. Now let's hop into the event center. Mines of Mayhem, Cross Realm Battleground, Clash of Fate. These are some new events I'm not used to. Bargain Bundle I've seen. Homecoming bundles might be new, but this Cross Realm Battleground, wow, you get to really fight across multiple realms. That is sounds like a crazy battle. And once again, the chest, Balrog's a new hero. Never seen him before. Jotun Chieftain, I still have 3 of my free chests, so let's go ahead and collect those. Anything good? No. I'll take 100,000 wood. Why not? In my second chest, I got 500 gold, green common, and 1,000 wood. Take that. And the last but not least, we have 1 hour rush and 2 blue items. So the gold chest, you're going to need to use those bits for, which I only had 5, so not gonna happen. Let's keep adventuring and see what else we can come up with. I'm gonna collect this free loot. And the Valor tiers, I remember these. The only way you can increase your tiers on the Valor tiers is by purchasing in the shop with real money. So we're going to stay away from that. I'll stick with my tier 9. But these daily chests, I will come in here and get those. Next up, we're going to take a look at the troop research. Looks like the UI has changed. Now it's divided into 2 categories. One for army, one for heroes. It has separate training disciplines. So looks like since I'm Lich, spiders is going to be my main focus. And we want to make sure we have those trained up on our disciplines. So got a couple categories at the end I need to do. And yeah, we'll start working on one of these now. Reduces the basic resource cost, and definitely need to get that going. So yeah, as far as the actual research tiers go for army side of things, it has been unchanged. In a future video, we'll have to take a look at that hero research and see what is up with that. I was also eager to hop into the void and see if this has changed any, so here we go. Nope, so far so good. Let's see where I left off with my progress. I love finding all kinds of items in here. This void is good for getting gold as well, and you'll get some minor of your secondary resources and your other primary resources. But the main thing that I wanted to gain from this is the legendary and the divine crafting recipes. And always make sure to buy your XP cards. That's really, they pretty much pay for themselves. And yeah, make sure you buy them always. Never pass one up before going to the next levels. One change I noticed right off the bat in Void Stage 47 is now you have 2 win conditions in order to get the perfect rating. I don't know when this was changed, why it was changed, or any of the details behind it. But I am so glad, because these win in 15 seconds were so hard to complete unless you were a high damage race like the dwarves. But for Lich, you really had to depend on Rakan troops or dwarf troops in order to get this accomplished. But now I can win with 2 heroes or less, so that's what we're gonna do.
Chilly, isn't it?
Another nice little touch is when these achievements flash up on the screen. It's good to know that some other areas of loot are available. Cruising along into Void Stage level 49, another double objective one, and either cast no abilities or win in 15 seconds. Obviously, we're not going to be able to win in 15 seconds being Lich, so let's not cast any abilities, and this one should be easy.
We have defeated an enemy
Troops make great practice when I miss.
I told you not to mess with me!
Another perfect Void Stage completed. So we're going to continue to do this. Not going to show all the levels that I completed, but I just wanted to show you guys that if you are a returning player to the game, these Void Stage levels are made easier because of now you have 2 conditions on some of these levels in order to get a win. Alright guys, it was at this point in the game I took a break from the game, and I'm like, man, I really don't know if I want to go back to Art of Conquest, because what had happened was I was a Lich race, and as I began uncovering the territories on the map, I quickly realized one thing. Even though there were different colored kingdoms, all of the cities were controlled by one house. And I was like, man, I am never going to be able to get back in a city. I'm never going to be able to get city loot. I'm never going to be able to go on sieges. So I went around looking at my server list, and the very first server I started this game on was still alive and well. So here we go. We're going to switch on over to my original race, which was the dwarf race that I had gotten really good at, but the only problem was my power. I was 800 some odd K power, but everybody else was 2 million power and up. But I was not gonna be defeated this time. Let's see what happens.
Come take a drink.
So here we are on the new server, and some time ago they introduced packs. Packs allow you to team up with an ally in order to accomplish different challenges. Choose your partner carefully because you only have 7 days to complete all 5 levels of the pack challenges. At each level difficulty completed, you will get a chest which has some pretty moderate rewards. So just keep in mind some of these challenges will range in difficulty as well, starting with the easy ones like transmuting and collecting resources. And as you get into difficulty 4 and 5, you'll actually have to go siege some strongholds and do some dragon raids and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind as you progress through these pack challenges. And pretty soon, once you get the hang of it, it'll be like second nature, and you'll be able to complete the first 3 stars in no time. Probably the biggest mistake I made as a returning player was help my house to capture a city. Peaches and I went into this city. She's level 40, is about 1.4 million power. I am stronghold level 35 and only 840k power. And just the 2 of us, we were not able to hold this city for very long. I think not even 12 hours, and another kingdom had taken it from us. So we were already hurt on levels, and now we were sent to the hospital for almost a week before we were able to join a more stable city. So just keep that in mind when you're capturing. I'm more of a team player, so that's why I kind of just jumped in, because, you know, my house was asking for help. They said someone needs to capture it, so that's what I attempted to do, and I was not prepared for the downstream effect. So, you know, I'm at 840k power right now, and the strongest person on this server is like 6 million power, and most people average between 2 to 4 million power. So we're gonna ignore trying to get back into the war too quickly, because we gotta focus on getting our stronghold to level 40, maximizing our troop levels, maximizing our heroes, and really getting some better gear. But that's all going to be coming in future videos. So for now, just take this as a learning tip for all you returning players. One of the most refreshing aspects to the game is they've added quite a number of new events to the game. This event is called the Soul Harvest. There are many events like this sprinkled throughout your week, but if you're more of a casual player, you might find the new events overwhelming. So hopefully you can enjoy this one, as we're going to talk about why it's important to make sure this one gets accomplished. In the Soul Harvest event, you have to choose if you want to be Team Gazul or Team Raxus. These are the factions in this event. You can see there was a Hellhound and an Ostrich mount. Whichever team wins, that is the mount you will be awarded for 7-day limited time use. So once this event gets kicked off, you'll first come into this area that looks similar to the Void but has its own special theme. And you'll talk with your chosen faction leader for a while. He'll give you some troops to battle with, and you'll come up on your very first battle. Once you are done kicking battle in your first attack, then you'll have the choice of continuing to do battles or just getting in here and making sure you get all the loot. If you do engage in more battles, pick your battles wisely, because if you do pretty well, you will get some troops returned back to you. So the goal here is to slowly grow your army, the further you get into these battles. If you choose the wrong battle, you might end up losing more than you're gaining. So you might just have to play around with it and see how you can slowly grow your army. And if you're not interested in doing any of that or helping your team out for the mount, then what you need to do is go ahead and start just farming the loot. So that's pretty much all there is to the Soul Harvest event. You can do battles to help your team get the mount, or you can just be greedy and get the loot and get out. Whatever the case may be, hopefully you enjoy all these new events that the game now has to offer. Thanks for spending some time with me today as we explored the Return to Nore. Now, I realize there is so much more the game has to offer for returning players that we just did not have enough time to get to. But in our next video especially, we are going to prepare a video where all we do is open up every chest that I have available. I've been saving them up for this next video, which includes all the chests I accumulated from my mail, because if you're a returning player, the mail, you had incredible amount of loot just waiting for you to collect, from Nore to resources to troops to rush abilities, you name it, it's all in your mail. So it took me about 15 minutes to get all the resources sucked out of my mail, and you know, so it was a lot of fun doing that. And so in our next video, we're going to take all those chests that we accumulated and hopefully get some good stuff out of them. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to subscribe and leave us a comment. Let us know what kind of Art of Conquest content you are looking for, and we can get it done in a future video. And soon we will be back to live streaming Art of Conquest, so stay tuned for that. See you guys later.